great fun to listen to, and thank you. I'm taller. I am just overwhelmed by this recognition. I thank you, Kathy and Paul and everyone that has been involved in this decision, and to everyone at BCIT. You know, tonight we have been speaking about inspiration. And Roberta, you may not remember, but I sure remember when we first crossed paths. And I hate to say it was almost 20 years ago, and you haven't changed a bit, you look just as beautiful, and you have inspired me. Your passion, your persistence, and your persuasiveness have had such a tremendous impact on the lives of so many individuals, Indigenous communities more broadly, and our country. And I am really honored to be on the stage with you. Congratulations to you. To the BCIT Alumni Award winners, wow, what absolutely fantastic, passionate stories. Your accomplishments showcased and recognized here tonight are an inspiration to all of us, and such a positive reflection of the progressive approach BCIT takes in education. You know, one of my most memorable lifetime moments was actually this tremendous opportunity to lead GE during our sponsorship of the Vancouver Olympics. In the years before the Olympics, as we were building up momentum and excitement in the country, I had this special opportunity to work with and get to know many of Canada's Olympians. What a unique treat. And here were these athletes who had devoted their lives to developing their capabilities to a world-class level. During the Olympics, I saw that so often the winning athletes were not just the best technical performers. Time and time again, they were actually individuals who showed, who respected, who engaged in teamwork and collaboration, who were able to articulate the vision of their success and their goals, who focused on team relationships and engaged happily with the community. These athletes were not only the ones who took home the medals, but they inspired their teammates to be winners, and they won the hearts and the minds of Canadians. Over my 30-year association with GE, I so admired and I was awed by the ingenuity of our engineers who designed our brilliant products and systems in healthcare, aviation, locomotives, the capability of our folks on the floor who actually made, using science and art, these incredibly and technically complex but beautiful machines, and our impressive equipment that was in all these different areas. And I so admired the talent and the resourcefulness of our service teams who seemed to go anywhere in the world with any problem to be fixed. And they just showed such resourcefulness, such creativity to get the job done and to motivate others to help them to get that job done. Each person brought their skills and capabilities to the table. But I also learned that any of those skills alone would not deliver the solutions in the most effective and the best way. This was best illustrated by a greenfield plant. And I'll tell you the story of our plant in Bromont, Quebec, where back in the 1980s, we decided to do something totally different and build what was called a socio-tech plant. And it's in the aviation business. And it captured the essence of melding technology excellence with a team-based culture, hard skills and soft skills. The result was the best performing, most productive plant in the world for GE's aviation business. Year after year, and here we are in 2018, and it is still setting benchmarks for other plants around the world for the company. And it is a model that the company continued to try and replicate. And the challenge that we always face when we're trying to do that is actually finding the people who can bring both sets of capabilities to the table, to the job. It seems that the education process often drives us down the path of either the hard skills or a separate path of liberal arts and soft skills. A recent Forbes article highlights how so many companies are now realizing that the real secret sauce is about having both, especially as Tim mentioned early, in this VUCA world, and as Roberta mentioned, in one that is filled with change, where we have volatility, uncertainty. We can't have just hard or just soft skills. There's increasing evidence from companies like Google, surveys on Twitter, research by institutions like MIT Sloan, that what we call soft skills, collaboration, public speaking, critical thinking, empathetic leadership, persuasive writing, those skills, when we couple them with technical capabilities, applied capabilities, actually drive organizations, teams, manufacturing plants to deliver significantly, incrementally better performance. These soft skills can be taught, but they require ongoing rigor to actually learn, to sustain, and to improve. In the fact, the president of Dartmouth said, let's stop calling them soft skills. Let's call them power skills. Because, and I quote from that Forbes article, they are so vital to innovation and to business success. They went on to say in this article, and it was so timely, it just happened to come out that I saw it, that the next generation of workers, executives, leaders, will need to have a hybrid skill set, balancing and understanding of hard skills with the, quote, power skills. I had the opportunity, I grew up waitressing. I started when I was 13 till I was 21. And I learned that the best way to maximize that tip by giving the customer the best experience was to be able to pull together the respect of the host or hostess at the restaurant, the busser that got the table ready, the kitchen staff who prepared the meal. It was a team effort if we were going to have that experience with the customer be something that was memorable and delightful. At the Board of Trade, I learned, as Roberta said, that you had to have everyone at the table and be active listening and be engaged and bring all the folks to the table together if we were going to get things done. That the intersection of business, community, it was a team effort. It had to be sincere. It had to be authentic. And those learnings translated to everything that I learned and experienced at GE. BCIT understands this critical intersection. BCIT understands that your personal advantage and Canada's competitive edge will be honed by this critical combination of hard skills with power skills. I am so thrilled to be honored by this institution, an institution that gets it, and that is inspirational. I thank you to the incredibly talented BCI team that worked behind the scenes to make this such a perfect evening for me, and I'm sure all of us in the room. My gratitude to the sponsors with whom we might not all be here tonight, celebrating success, inspiration, and enjoying one another's company. And finally, my congratulations to all of you for recognizing and supporting the value and importance of the world-class education BCIT delivers to its students. Thank you again so much for this honor.